what has happened in South Africa is that South Africa is a very mineral-rich country. It's a very natural resource-rich country. What you saw happening in the last 15 years is that the authorities have done some redistribution towards the very poor through social grants. Today, nearly 20% of the South African budget goes into social grants. But that doesn't stop the people from being poor. It keeps them in poverty.
Yes.
It ameliorates their poverty. If you had taken that 20% of the South African budget, now that's 120 billion rands. If you had taken that 120 billion rands and created and built factories with it and created industry, you would have created a more permanent, improved livelihood for those people,
Yes.
instead of creating a marginal change to their poverty. So this is what has been happening in the past 15 years. But at the same time as there has been that at the bottom end, there's been a massive growth of the elite. The top 20% has grown in terms of the size of its income. So what has been happening in South Africa is massive inequality, especially amongst the blacks. A huge growth of inequality amongst the blacks, with the top 20%. Like, as I was illustrating, a municipal worker, a director general earns 30 times what a municipal worker earns. 30 times. So that illustrates to you what's going on in this country. So you have growing inequality, especially amongst the blacks, and an amelioration of poverty at the bottom. But this doesn't solve poverty.
Yes.
It just creates an amelioration. The consequence of this, we now having in South Africa a new conflict, a new entrenched social conflict between the black elite who control the state and the black masses who are sitting in the ghetto. That is what you are now. In the past, we had the conflict between the black masses and the black people with the apartheid state. Now we're having conflict between the state, which is controlled by the black political elite, and the masses of the people.
Yes.
So the instability in South Africa is not going away. It is being reproduced. There was a small breathing space of about a few years, but now it is recurring. Does that answer your question?
Yes, it does.
Thank you.
So much.
Thank you.